have failed the world, and they have failed to execute the mandates entrusted to them. And history will judge them harshly for those failures, and so do we. But the General Assembly today can do something, and it can do it now. The General Assembly, where there is no U.S. veto, where all 193 countries have a vote, they can convene within 24 hours under United Peace. With a 2/3 majority, they can make a difference on the ground. They can save lives and save their own tattered legacy at the same time. They can adopt sanctions and a military embargo on the Israeli regime. They can reject the UN credentials of the Israeli regime, just as they did for apartheid South Africa. They can reactivate the UN's anti-apartheid mechanisms to challenge Israeli apartheid. They can establish an international criminal tribunal to hold Israeli perpetrators to account. And yes, they can mandate a multinational UN protection force to enter Palestine and to protect civilians, facilitate humanitarian aid, preserve evidence of Israeli crimes, and begin the process of reconstruction. Now, of course, some states and their representatives across the street from you are working very hard to prevent this from happening. Israel and the US are committed to completing their genocide without interference. Others envisage a proxy occupation force to continue the subjugation of the Palestinian people. Some others want to adopt empty, toothless resolutions that contain no practical measures at all. And far too many others are trying to shift the focus away from Israeli accountability and Palestinian freedom into another 30 years of forcing Palestinians to negotiate for their rights with their oppressor while protecting Israeli impunity, as happened under the Oslo process. They want to stabilize. They want to normalize. They want to return to the cruel status quo that existed before October of 2023. But we say here today that we reject the stabilization of apartheid. We reject the status quo of settler colonialism. We reject the normalization of genocide. The Palestinian people must be protected. Israel must be held accountable. Apartheid must be dismantled. Genocide must be punished. And Palestine must be free from the river to the sea. Every voting member of the United Nations against this standard. UNGA, 2 years is too long. Your time is up. Act now, protect Palestine now, sanction Israel now. Thank you for listening, and free Palestine.
Let's hear it for Craig Lopez. Thank you so much, Craig. Another quick thank you for some of the people who really brought this together today. It was really like strangers in the night. All of a sudden, this like committee came out of nowhere, and we didn't know each other, but there we were with all this stuff to do, and people just kept standing up and saying, I'll do that, and I'll do that, and one of those people is Rahima right here. Can we give Rahima a big thank you? We did too many things to say what they were, but one of them was leading those amazing chants. And I think those chants were written by Mark, is that right? At least Mark, who is the guy behind the curtain right now, making this global live stream happen. So can we also give a shout out for Mark Alborno? And also I want to give a big thank you to Eric, who's sitting right there by the sound, who made the sound happen. And I think also made our permits happen. Yeah, this was the guy who got the permits like out of nowhere in record time. So this is nothing short of a miracle, and we're going to keep building on that miracle. So another miracle, I think, are the rabbis who have shown up here today. And I'm so proud. Every time I hear them say, as a person raised as a Jew myself, I'm so glad when I hear my own thoughts and values coming out of their mouths. Zionism is not Judaism. In fact, it is a, they'll say it better than me, but it is harmful. There's no greater engine of anti-Semitism than Zionism itself. And they have been saying that for a long time. They're amazing, unbelievably courageous, and they take a lot of abuse for it. So I want to thank so much Rabbi David Weiss, who's here to say a few words to us from their wonderful meeting.
With the help of the Almighty, I pray to the Almighty to bestow upon me His truth, His wisdom, that I may be worthy of conveying His message, and so, inshallah, sanctify His name and bring peace to the world. Amen. Assalamu alaikum and greetings to everybody. It is an honor and a privilege to be amongst people who are standing up for, people say human rights, we call this godliness. It is the obligation of us who are created by the Almighty not to be silent, to stand up when we are witnessing inhumanity, again, ungodliness, when we are witnessing terrible carnage, genocide, evil, the depth of evil, and especially when we are witnessing this being perpetrated in the name of my religion, in the name of Judaism. So we as Jews have that special obligation to come forward and to state unambiguously, clearly, that this is not Judaism. Our name has been forged, our name has been hijacked. It's not our religion. This crime, this occupation of Gaza, this occupation of Palestine has absolutely nothing to do with the Jewish religion. Jews and Muslims have been living together in every Arab and Muslim land for thousands of years, literally, whether it be in Iran, whether it was in Egypt, or in Morocco, or Yemen, or wherever it is, and in Palestine, under the Ottoman Empire, under the Caliphate, under a Muslim Caliphate, we were living there. Not only we were living there, but better said, we were embraced and taken in because we were suffering in Europe, under the European world, under people who are from the Christian faith, and the Jewish people. They were trying to forcefully convert them. As we know the sad history of hundreds of years of Jews, what we went through in Spain, Portugal, there was the Moranos who tried to hide. The fact was that Jews were thrown into fires. They were literally tortured to death, or others were banished from the lands, including, we are in New York. There's a city called York in England. I don't know who's aware of that, but we went to visit York. York has a very sad history where the Jews were supposed to be protected. They were gathering, and they came to kill the Jews, and they gathered there's a big castle in the center of the city, and on the bottom of the castle till today there's a big sign stating that a few hundred Jews and Jewesses gave their lives they were ready to be burnt, and they were burnt alive. They burnt themselves in order that they shouldn't be converted out of their religion. So Jews went through a terrible, terrible history. And when this happened, the Muslim countries went and they embraced the Jews. They knew they were scholars, and they took the Jews in their countries. Even though we have a distinctly different religion, it was not an impediment to coexistence, because the difference of religion is not an impediment to coexistence. We have been living for hundreds of years without any human rights groups to protect. It was never the issue. The issue we are witnessing today is not like the Zionist evil narrative, the claim that the Muslims hate the Jews. There's an ingrained hate. The evil is that there came a movement, a selfish nationalist movement that decided to have the land to themselves, and therefore they decided to claim it in order to give it the legitimacy in the name of a religion. They claimed it in the name of Judaism. But this is false. That is part of the crime. That is part of the Nakba, using the religion to occupy. It is no wonder that the Muslim people around the world, the people of Palestine, are so frustrated, and their voices are muted, but they simply cannot take this oppression, because they say, we're not anti-Semites. How dare you accuse us of being anti-Semites? In 1947 rather, the chief rabbi of Palestine, Rabbi Dushinsky of blessed memory, pleaded with the United Nations, the delegation that came there, and he said, we furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine. This was in 1947 before it was ratified. He said, I'm the head of the community here. We don't want this. We're not aspiring to this. We simply want to live among the Palestinian people in peace. What changed? What destroyed this beautiful fabric? One thing. Again, a selfish, flawed national endeavor, a movement called Zionism, a movement that should be in the dictionaries referred to as anti-Semitic, a movement called Zionism that the personification of anti-Semitism is in their actions of Zionism in the state of Israel. That is the textbook translation of anti-Semitism, is Zionism in the state that has driven a rift between Jews and Muslims. We are witnessing in Gaza City something that there's no words. So many people, eloquent speakers, get up and try to describe what the inhumanity is, and they can't find the words because we're beyond words. We are beyond any concept of human dignity, and therefore we cannot be silent. We as Jews plead with the world. Hear our voice. We are here in front of the United Nations. Why? Because the United Nations, this momentous occasion, they're going to be gathering this week because they were created to bring peace in the world. They were created to justify any problems without killing, without murder, without pain. We are pleading with you. You ratified the state of Israel in 1948. You broke it. You fix it. Bring an end to this occupation. It should be a free Palestine. Okay, I just let me quickly end with this. We plead with the world leaders. God gave you this lofty position. You are blessed. And if you have this lofty position, do not abuse this greatness that God gave you. Humanity around the world is crying and hurting with the people of Gaza. We plead with you as Jews. We plead with you as people who went through the Holocaust. Our communities, the very religious communities, so many of us, we went through, our parents and grandparents died in the Holocaust. We know that suffering. We are pleading with you with all humanity. Don't lose this moment that you have, that you are privileged, and let us bring an immediate end to the Gaza occupation, to the Palestine occupation. With a free Palestine, we will be living together as we've had all through history. Amen. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Rabbi. Let's hear it for Rabbi David Weiss. Thank you so very much. Beautifully said. And I'm so glad that we can help lift up your voice so it can be heard around the world, so that people know the truth. That Zionism is not Judaism, Zionism is anti-Semitism in a nutshell. Thank you so very much. We're going to try to move along because Roger Waters is going to be here in less than a half hour. So we need to squeeze our speakers in. I'm going to ask everyone, if you can, to confine your remarks to 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Just know that we've only begun. So we will do this again and again until the genocide is done. So keep up your great work and your great voices. I'm going to bring on next Sayel Kayed, I hope I'm saying that correctly, who's with the American Muslims for Palestine. So come on up, Sayed. Let's give him a big welcome. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, and peace and blessings upon you all. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, the most merciful, the most gracious. It's been 2 years now since Satan's army called Israel has bombing Gaza the 6th time in the last 20 years. Continuous bombardment, these bloodthirsty devils. And if you seriously don't understand what's going on in Gaza and Palestine, and you're still a little bit neutral on the cause, I really don't know what more to tell you. When you see parents carrying their babies full of blood and taking them to the cemetery, all the bombing hospitals, schools, churches, and then you want to bring Netanyahu next week to the United Nations, he should be in The Hague in the International Criminal Court and be put into jail, him and his whole IDF Satan's army. I really don't know what to tell those people. Maybe, I don't know, do they need educating? Do they need to see some pictures of bloody babies with shots in their head, with the famine? I don't know what more to tell these people. I still feel like some people need to be educated. Maybe we need to have some space, whether it's a synagogue or a church or a bookstore or a mosque, to educate them on what's going on. But 2 years, and we're still debating if this is a genocide or not. To me, it's past the genocide status. To me, it's an official Holocaust of the Palestinian people. And we need to start dividing ourselves into different committees. We have people that like to have street rallies. That's great, do the street protests. We have people that are great with social media, continuously share the word and explain and educate and create that awareness on the media platforms. There's also another force that needs to be created to fight on the legislative end, because now if you're pro-Palestinian, Trump and his crew want to start pulling your US citizenship status. So we need to work on that front as well, on the political advocacy level, which AMP works on two fronts: educating the American public, and as well turning that horizontal people power that we see all across the world. It needs to translate into vertical power with the people that hold the decision, with the policy makers. And that's why this October 19 through 21, we will be in Capitol Hill holding our 11th annual Palestine Advocacy Day, where we go in and speak to our congressmen and our senators about the just cause of Palestine, and registering AIPAC as a foreign entity, and ending the arms to Israel. We stop sending the billions of dollars to Israel and implement the Leahy law by Senator Leahy, which says any country found violating humanitarian rights deserves to be boycotted, and an embargo, no more weapons for the US, no more US weapons to Israel. So if you haven't registered already, go to ajpalestine.org and register and speak to your representatives. We need a large delegation here from New York. Reach out to us from AMP, New Jersey, and we're gonna have buses going down where it's official meetings, talking to congressional representatives, senatorial representatives. And my last and final message is I salute the people of Gaza and Palestine for the steadfastness for 2 years. 2 years. They are a true embodiment of what steadfastness and patience, and that word in Arabic, sabr. Sabr is not just patience. Sabr is when you're under that saw and you stay steadfast and you stay resolute and you stay having that sumud. They're teaching us what it means to be Palestinian and be a human under all this aggression for 2 years. And it hasn't just been 2 years. Before that, the 20 years of siege on Gaza, and before that, the 78 years of Nakba, and before that, the Balfour Declaration, over 100 years. So when you stand for Palestine, you stand for all humanitarian causes across the world. Thank you so much, and keep up the fight.
Let's hear it for Kanye, the American Muslims for Palestine. Thank you so very much. We're going to keep moving along because Roger Waters is going to be here pretty soon, and we have a few more amazing speakers. Next in the lineup is Zayed Ramadan, who is with, he has been with many organizations, including the Malcolm X and Dr. Betty Shabazz Center and the Council on American Islamic Relations in New York. And so let's give him a big welcome, and thank you so much for your wonderful work.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for bringing us all together. I think the theme of unity and peace has to be the foundation of every movement that stands against the oppression, the tyranny of what's happening over here, what's happening in Gaza. I interned there when I was 21 years old, and I had a belief that it solved man's problems when they fought each other around the world's problems. And I realized watching all these people with suits walk by that they're just working. And that it doesn't matter what suits were here 21 years ago, or when I was 21, or what suits are walking by now. As long as you have oppression and a veto, whether it's by the US or someone else, we can't get work done. We can't solve the world's problems. This is an opportunity to override the overriding veto. Now, I've been with a lot of organizations. I'm on the Westchester Human Rights Commission, the former president of CARE New York for 10 years. All of that means nothing. I really want to talk to you about me being a Palestinian New Yorker. I sat with my mother the other day and we watched TV. She's 91 years old, God bless her. And she was just staring at the TV, watching the genocide in Gaza before her very eyes. I said to her, excuse me, I get a little emotional. I said, Mom, I remember in '82 when you were a kid, when I was a kid, I saw you looking at TV and crying, watching Sabra and Shatila and the massacre of over 3,000 people. You're not crying. She said, I thought I saw it all when I was 15 years old and carried my 2-year-old brother during the Nakba from Gaza over to the West Bank, walking, while my parents held everything we owned in our entire lives. And the village we came from that, as far as we knew, it lasted over 1,000 years. And we never saw that village again. I thought that was the end of it. I thought it was the end of it in 1967. I thought it was the end in Sabra and Shatila. I couldn't believe my eyes when Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated when we were at the doorstep of peace. And now I'm looking at this. I can't believe my eyes, but I have no more tears. It'll be up to future generations to fight for justice. I want to thank every single person here, because without you, we don't have unity. We don't have voices. We can't confront the tyranny of the leadership and the people who are perpetrating genocide and who are choosing to stand idle while a genocide happens in Somalia and Kashmir and Gaza and all over the world for their own benefit, so they can make trade deals and trade and horse trade our very lives. I want to share something. It's funny because she mentioned Roger Waters, and a thought came to me. About 50 years ago, I was a little guy, and my brother brought home an album, and I listened to it, and it was one of the most haunting songs I ever heard, and it became my favorite song in my entire life, and it's a Roger Waters song. And I didn't understand, the lyrics were in my head, but I didn't understand what it meant. And when I grew up and I started traveling around the world, I started noticing things like I'd walk into a cheese store in Bruges, Belgium, and I'd be taken aback, and I'd see a woman from Bruges, Belgium, and I swore it was my sister. And then I went to Belize, and then I swore that that person was my brother. I couldn't believe it, and I realized that genetically we may be separated, but when we go really, really far back, we're all related. We're all one humanity. We're all brothers and sisters, and if we don't fight for this unity, we will destroy each other. The name of the song is Echoes, and the lyrics, my phrase that I love, that educated me about the oneness of humanity. It said, strangers walking through, strangers walking through the street meet, and God, all of a sudden I've known this song, it's my favorite song in the world. Strangers passing through the street, by chance two separate glances meet, and I am you and what I see is me. I have to sing it like that. And so I don't see Jews, I see brothers who stand in justice. And I just want to say to my Jewish brothers and sisters all here, I curse Netanyahu for elevating anti-Semitism. I curse Netanyahu for I don't want to use the word, for altering the ideals of your religion, which are good, and making it so difficult for everybody around the world. And I thank you for your courage for standing with us. I want to thank all my brothers and sisters here, and please continue to stand for justice. That's all we have. If we don't do that, this world will spiral into decay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for those really powerful words. And we're going to keep moving because Roger is here, as you may know, and he's getting set up. But we still have some amazing voices that we are really honored to have here today. And the next one is actually Sarah. Can we hang on to her, Sarah? So, go ahead, Sarah, who's been waiting. Sarah Lee Whitson is the executive director of Dawn. Can we give a big round of applause? Dawn, which is an amazing human rights organization for Palestinians, but you tell us more about it.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us today. I don't want to repeat the remarks of all of the prior speakers, because what the international community needs to be doing now to stop the genocide is crystal clear. The orders of the General Assembly have been crystal clear for over 1 year on the need to impose trade sanctions on Israel, on the need to prosecute Israelis and those who aid and abet Israeli-Palestine in criminal courts of law. There is only one reason that these actions have not been taken in a way that reflects the urgency of the situation. There's one reason, and that is American support for Israel, American protection for Israel. The United States and Israel are isolated in the whole world. Nobody supports Israel except for the United States. And that support for the United States happens for one reason, and that is the corruption of our democracy by foreign influence groups, by moneyed elites who are undermining not just the lives of Palestinians, who are allowing the United States to aid and abet and facilitate the genocide against Palestinians. They are also destroying freedom of speech in our own country. They are shuttering academic freedom in our own country. They are arresting journalists, deporting activists in our own country. What's at stake now is not just about Palestine. And if you don't care enough about the Palestinian people and the extraordinary inhumanity that they are being subjected to, then care a little bit about our own democracy and our own constitution. The reason the international community has not yet taken the actions that we are demanding today is because they are cowardly and they are afraid of one country. That's the United States. It is not Israel. That is why my organization, Dawn, is suing the United States government, suing the State Department for failing to enforce the labor laws. We will not be intimidated. We will not be cowed. We will not be bullied, because we are Americans and we want our freedom of speech and we want our government to stop aiding and abetting the genocide in Gaza. I want to call out the Arab states in particular, who even when their own countries are under bombardment of Israel, Qatar, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, Yemen, what have they done in the face of relentless Israeli aggression and destabilization throughout the region? Nothing. They have issued some nice words, but zero actions. It is on their first responsibility. This is happening in their own neighborhood, and they continue in their complicity with Israel. Egypt continues in its complicity with Israel. The UAE continues in its complicity with Israel. We know exactly what they're doing. These are isolated rogue states together. I hope you will continue to support the struggle for Palestinian freedom because the struggle for Palestinian freedom is the struggle for all of our freedom. And none of us will be safe if the Palestinian people are not safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And then real quickly, we are going to hear on your cell phone, go to lifelinefrompalestine.com and you will see and hear a live feed with Josephine Guilbeault, Captain Josephine Guilbeault, who was arrested like last week at the Senate Intelligence Committee hearing for standing up and shouting out what she knows as a former U.S. servicewoman, what she knows that the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and all of those bigwigs in D.C., they are complicit, they are guilty, and she was arrested for standing up and shouting that out, as she has been doing ever since she left the service, really in protest of what is going on in Gaza. So if you can connect us now real quickly, and let's see, we'll bring our live feed up, come on up, and if you have a cell phone, go to lifelinefrompalestine.com, and we have with us Josephine Guilbeault. Thank you so much, Josephine, for being here. Share a little bit of your wisdom. We've got like 2 minutes. Roger is standing by here, but we would love to hear your wisdom. Thank you so much.
Everyone follow, guys. Everyone follow and subscribe. Follow and subscribe.
I am a 17-year Army veteran and a former intelligence officer. My background is a conservative Christian. It's something I have identified with my entire life. And I echo what the rabbi, not in my name. I will not allow the United States government to, in the name of Christianity,
Thank you.
on the Palestinian people. My millions and millions of people from around the world, and we refuse to allow our identities to be used as a scapegoat for the genocide of the Palestinian people. I call upon the United Nations General Assembly to enact the Uniting for Peace resolution now. We need a protection force to protect Palestinians now. We have all witnessed the genocide inside of Gaza. We have all witnessed the children being slaughtered, limbs missing, their body parts coming out. We cannot watch this any longer. As Sarah said, we call upon the Arab League to have the courage to do what is necessary. Fight like a hero. When you fight like a hero, it means you are battling from a place of strength. You are standing up with confidence, knowing you will be victorious. It means you are full of courage, even if the situation feels scary and the odds seem stacked against you. Fighting like a hero can be done. We have the people, the global, everyone globally supports this. Please, we call upon the United Nations General Assembly to please enact the Uniting for Peace resolution now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for your wonderful work. Very quickly, I want to introduce Nadia Mullerin, and correct me if I butchered your name. Nadia has two sons who are on board the Global Samud Flotilla right now. So we're going to hear from the family of Anne, has a much deeper and incredible story of her fight for justice and for peace and the sacrifices that her family has made in the process. But right now she's going to just say a quick word as a mother of the Samud Flotilla. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jill. You're an incredible leader, and you are so principled, and you're a great model for us of someone who is Samud, who is steadfast, and who sticks with her principles. Thank you. So my boys are maritime professionals. They're both on the Samud Flotilla. And please, we have gone to Congress last week. We'll go again next week. And we need this petition with your names on it. So if you can pass it around all of your social media networks, take a picture of it and share it. When we go into your congressperson's office, it is very powerful that we are bringing your names with us. And we have seen movement from last week even to this week with support for the safety of the flotilla and the aim to get the aid to Gaza. Those boats are loaded with baby formula, hydration packets, and other absolutely necessary items. So I was in Barcelona inventorying boats, cleaning boats, and I attended one of the nonviolent trainings, and Israel intelligence was there, and everybody knew it. And so the trainer said, "We welcome you. We want you to know that we are entirely nonviolent, and we want you to know everything about our response, and that we have no aggression as part of our mission and part of our boats." And so then we saw them going around on jet skis with masks over their faces, looking at the boats, and we saw the drones going all around the boats and inspecting them. And then several days ago, Israel said that our people on the flotilla with security clearances and maritime professionals were terrorists. Okay, after they have full knowledge, participated in the trainings, looked at the boats, got all of their intelligence, and then they're calling our people terrorists when they're entirely nonviolent. So it's really important to highlight these lies and call this out, because they are setting up the flotilla by calling them terrorists. They're setting them up for attack. And they have, in fact, dropped 3 firebombs on different boats in Tunis. So they did drop those on the holds where the life jackets are, and they caused a fire that was put out quickly. And those are warnings. And our senator's office said those are escalatory actions. So they will start there, and then they will get worse. So it's very important for all of you as citizens to speak up to your representative, your senator, and we have 30 Americans on those boats and from 23 different states, including New York. So please pass this around, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Nadia Mullen for the incredible leadership of her family and her sacrifices, including now. So our next guest needs no introduction. He's been just an incredible inspiration to human rights and to the global community that we are witnessing here today. Roger Waters is co-founder of the legendary rock band Pink Floyd, musician, songwriter, activist, renowned for his powerful critiques of war, injustice, and oppression. And beyond his iconic music, he has been a staunch leading advocate, a shining light for Palestinian rights, speaking out against global militarism, using art as a force for human rights and freedom and global love. Thank you so much. Big welcome to Roger.
Mighty stuff. One, two. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, yeah. I don't need one for my bollocks. It's all right, we're live streaming this. God, it's good to see you all here. I'm going to have to remove my cafe now, because otherwise I'm going to explode with the heat. But I thought I should. So, there we are. And, oh, fuck. Excuse my French. All right. I sat last night and rehashed actually a speech that I recorded last Wednesday and sent off to the Germans. They had a meeting very like this one. I haven't seen it or what happened, but at the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. So I made a little video and sent it to them. Of course, they cut it to shreds, and I hardly speak English. You know what they're like, the Germans. But I actually put out the unedited version of it on Instagram, and I'm happy to say, but some of you may have seen it, because it's had 550,000 readings as we speak. So I'm proud of that, and I hope that any of you who might have seen it will not be bored if I repeat some bits from it. Okay. Somebody just told me just now on the side here, which I didn't know. I did know that there was a meeting of the Security Council today. It's happened. Okay, and I do know that it was a resolution introduced by non-aligned or by people who are not one of the 5 permanent members, and it was calling for an immediate ceasefire and all the normal stuff that all the resolutions put before the Security Council always ask for. What a surprise! It was vetoed by the United States of America. Exactly. So, roll on next week. We need to give all the puissance that we can muster here today or from anywhere on any day to the General Assembly to evoke Uniting for Peace and to put an end to the slaughter in Palestine and to rid Palestine of the is that what it is? IOF, yeah. Okay, IDF, thank you, madam. All right, I'm going to go back to this huge kind of thick wad of paper and see how far I can get through it. I do have to say that at some point during this wad, I say that I'm going to play you a song, a new song of mine. Again, some of you may have heard it, but if you haven't, the guy who's putting all this out and editing it, and it's going out live, will then put that song through these speakers as well, and we can all sit and listen to it together. I may even join in occasionally. There are actually, let me say this, there are bits in this song, which, and you'll hear what the song's about when we play it, where I encourage others to give me an oh yeah. Okay, and on the song I have background singers and people giving me an oh yeah. So when that happens, I would be deeply grateful and moved if you all give me an oh yeah. You'll see when it is, because I'll do it. All right. All right, let's try it. Give me an oh yeah! Oh, you've made my day. So thank you so much. All right, here we go. Back to the beginning. I am going to need a bottle of water at some point. Yesterday, thank you. Yesterday, I watched Brian Eno's concert for Palestine. Yeah, at the Wembley Arena. Bravo! Ordinary people gathered together in solidarity to express their opinion that the genocide of the Palestinian people is wrong. Duh, really? Okay. The fact that we have to gather here today to agree with our brothers and sisters in England is insane. The fact that this is having to happen at all is insane. The whole Zionist venture is criminally insane. We all know that. All right. I can skip the next bit. Oh, by the way, it is good to be able to express my opinion here in New York today. I couldn't if I was in England. For instance, there is a direct action protest movement in England that has been acting to remove Elbit Systems, an Israeli wall manufacturing company, from the UK. They spray red paint and attack the factories with hammers. They have never hurt a single hair on anyone's head. And yet, they're completely non-violent, and yet they have been designated as a terrorist organization. They are called Palestine Action. They're a great organization.
Palestine Action!
And I support them with all my heart. I have to skip ahead of them. Expressing that opinion in England, or here about England, makes me open to arrest at the airport the next time I go home, and liable under what is laughingly called the law in England to 14 years in prison. I know, it's laughable, but be careful what you laugh at. Oh, this is funny. I wonder what's happening inside the General Assembly today. I know what should be happening, blah, 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Hang on, yeah. UN peacekeepers into Palestine to evict the genocidal Israeli occupation forces and all the genocidal settlers. Boom, end of story. What's the worst that could happen? A few thousand disgruntled settlers have to go back to Brooklyn and Russia. Bibi Netanyahu, for instance, okay? I'm not trying to make light of this, but you know what? Fuck Bibi Netanyahu. Okay, to come clean, I know what's happening about Palestine in the nothing, because it's not that day. And I then talk about the Security Council. Well, now we know what they did. And we knew they were going to. America used its veto to prevent an end to the slaughter in Gaza. Okay, Uniting for Peace. It's been done before. A security resolution to send peacekeepers into Suez was in 1956, for those of you who don't know the history, was vetoed by the English and the French, but was overturned by the General Assembly, invoking Uniting for Peace. That can happen here next week. All it needs is enough of us, ordinary people, standing shoulder to shoulder on this street and billions of streets all over the world, and in the docks and in the hotels and through the whole of the working class community, to say no to Musk. Anyway, I'm skipping a bit because oh yeah. So to get back to the root problem, the unspeakable crime that is being committed is called Zionism. Our leaders support it either because, as is the case in the US, Miriam Adelson has paid them to, or, as is the case in the UK, because they still secretly believe in their own manifest destiny to plunder the earth. And I go on to say how, you know, we all have this weird primal disdain built into the European soul that we are superior to other peoples in the globe, particularly peoples of color and peoples from the global south. So when they look at Palestine, our leaders, they are reminded of their own unspeakable colonial history in North and South America and Australasia and Africa, be they English, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, French or German. Their colonial projects were never pretty. Colonists consider themselves superior to the indigenous people whose lands they stole, always believing in their manifest destiny to act as they please in colonized lands, even if what pleases them is rape, pillage, and murder. They still believe it. And that is why they encourage the Zionist entity. They believe it is the Zionist entity's God-given right. And so, unfortunately, does the Zionist entity. Does any of this sound familiar? Have you listened to Ben Gavin or Smotrich or Netanyahu on the subject? Or have you listened to Donald Trump or his son-in-law Jared Kushner or Zuckerberg or Mike Huckabee or Alex Karp, CEO of Palantir, or any of the other Ubermensch arseholes? I have. Anyway, the raping and pillaging is basically just a sideshow. The fundamental object of the exercise is always to steal the land. I know you know all this, but I'll get through this as quick as... All right. I'm losing that lady. Blah, blah, blah. Western governments, when they collude in Israel's terrain, blah, 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 they're defending our own indefensible colonial power, blah, 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 blah. I recently wrote a new song. I'm going to play it over the PA. Settle down. It's about 8 minutes long. There's a line in it towards the end that says, she's going to interrupt me in a minute. We're sorry that we done it, Mummy. We only done it for the fucking money.
It's the money.
So what do you think? Shall I break for a song?
Yeah.
Go to lifelineforpalestine.com to watch the video live now. I don't think there is a video, but you can listen to the song live now. Can we play it now, please? Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, out at the Mixers Council. I've been working with you chaps for the last 60 years, so I know it's not easy. Just, there's a button there that says play. Put your fucking finger on it. This is not rocket science. I don't care. We keep it. They're coming out. Oh, Kristi, you're not playing it. There's people here. That's the whole point. Oh. This one is. I had a weird premonition.
What's his name, guys? Can you guys tag his name? He's from Pink Floyd, right?
Yeah, I can
Can you tag his name so I could pin it? Roger Waters. Yeah, can you just type his name regularly, like only his name? Somebody type Roger Waters, Pink Floyd. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, let's give up. I could have been a star. If only impressed. Turn the volume up.
He's on here, honored by your voice. Sir, we got to be honored by your song. One song for us.
I don't normally do a cappella, and as you can see, I ain't playing the guitar today.
I'm the official singer myself.
Listen, if they could figure it out, excuse me, if they can figure it out, we'll play it to you when I'm finished. All right, because I very nearly have. Because I skipped this. It's quite long.
Thank you, Maureen.
And so,
Thank you, Maureen.
right. So you have to imagine that was Schumer, my song. I just want that thing when voices join in harmony. And in that fleeting moment, meaning coalesces there, no dark dissolving clouds the alleyways no more, and fresh bread scent of home pervades the air. No sandal soles in dust of broken homes peep bloody from the garment hem, and all the big parades and shock and awe and swagger on the carrier deck. Something stand helpless in the face of what is fair. Give me, and we could do this together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah! Give me an oh yeah! Join us in harmony. Well, you can sing it with me. That would be, but you don't know the words of it. All right, I'll see if I can remember any more of it. I remember you well, where you stood, where you fell. You were brutally slain, but your spirits remain. Rachel Corrie and Shireen Abu Akleh, Mariela Franco, Sophie Skoll, Anne Frank, Iman Al-Hams. So many sisters from so many lands. Oh, my sisters, help me to open their eyes. From up in the penthouse, we must all look like ants to them. Wake up, motherfuckers, we are women and men. Well, up on our shame, our bleeding heart. Give me an give me an I can't remember the next little bit, but I will. And then, across the Great Divide, come men and women, unafraid to break their bracelets at the wall. When voices join in harmony and we turn the final page, and man evolves beyond the crass and reason comes of age. When dogma and witchcraft and something of propaganda and Palantir and Lockheed, Grumman and Chevron and something at Pfizer and the oligarchs and misers say, we're sorry that we done it, mummy. We only done it for the fucking money. Oh yeah! And so on. I love it. Hang on. Let me try and remember the ending. It's not that it's gone, but do you know what? That was fucking magnificent. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad that you joined me in a live rendition of the song Schumer. And basically, the last verse says, it says we will sail by our own moral compass. There's one line that's a bit of a pun. We won't let their sleight of hand trump us. Sorry. And basically it just says that people all over the world, billions of people in every land, will stand shoulder to shoulder in opposition to their monstrous crimes. And together, we, the ordinary people, and it'll happen in this building next week, we will turn this ship around. And that's all I have to say on the matter.
louder. Loud as it goes. Here it is.
When voices join in harmony. And in that fleeting moment, when meaning coalesces there, all dark dissolving, clears the alleyways no more. And fresh bread scent of home fades the air. And all the sandaled souls and dust of broken homes peep bloody from the garment hem. And all the big parades in chalk and ore and swagger on the carriage. The medals, jangled elbows in the face of what is fair. Give me, oh yeah! Join us in harmony. I remember you well. Where you stood, where you fell. You were brutally slain, but your spirits remain. Rachel Curry and Shuri Abu Ankley. Mariella Franco, Sophie Skoll, Anne Frank, Iman Al-Lams. Many sisters from many lands. Oh, my sisters, help me to open their eyes. From up in the penthouse, we must all look like ants to wake up, motherfuckers, we are women and men. But look, unashamed, our healing heart. Give me an join us in hope. And then, across the great divide, come men and women, unafraid, to dash in loves, their bracelets at the wall. When voices join in harmony, and we turn the final page. The man in the clothes beyond the grass, and reason comes of age. And dogma and witchcraft and cant, propaganda, palantir, lucky, and Shiv, and Exxon, Pfizer, and the oligarchs of miners who say we're sorry that we done it, money. We only done it for the fucking money. Oh yeah! Just for the money! will find 10,000 new voices in every crowd. Join us in harmony, standing shoulder to shoulder, like this, from the river to the sea. People from every nation sound, will hear the dreadful sound.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ordinary people, just standing their ground, and together, these ordinary people, together, they will turn this ship around. Oh yeah. Together. Oh yeah. Together. We will turn this ship around. I'd just like to say thank you to whoever it was out there on the mixer who finally got that together. That was a precious moment for me to be here with all you people yearning away in the background of the song. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we will turn this ship around.
Hello everyone, we have two more performances left. Please stick around. We have Gila the Earth. She was leading us with the Earth. She's a climate activist using hip hop as a way to bring awareness and justice through her music and her activism. Yeah. Give it up for Gila the Earth, who is leading us today with the sound and her amazing work. Go, Gila the Earth. Hello, everybody. Free Palestine. Thank you all so much for showing up here today. My name is Gila. I am an environmental activist. I make music for the earth. I dress up as the earth. Yeah. How do we feel about Earth right now? Okay.
Huge amounts of retaliation for the last 20 years, solidly from the Israeli government. Yeah. They've tried to destroy my career over and over and over and over again. They're still doing it constantly.
Yeah, so I make songs that specifically have lyrics that are like for teaching people about the earth, connecting with the earth, and I wrote a song for World Peace Day with my friend Aaron. He asked me for a verse, and I wanted to make a verse that addressed the issue of peace, the need for peace, but also the need for justice. I grew up here in New York City, and I had no connection to the earth, no real connection to land. I'm here standing up for the indigenous people of all lands, those who had connection to the trees, to the birds, to the native plants, to the water, to the skies, to the air. Our entire world is under attack. Our entire way of life is under attack. It's been a really long time before we had a connection to Earth. And my roots are in Palestine. as a Jewish person.
And what would you like to say to
My-
the younger people who are involved in Palestine activism?
Get involved.
Yeah.
Do what I do. When you wake up in the
My
morning,
father was born in Poland in
what can I
1939
do today?
and immigrated to Palestine in 1942.
The main thing is
He was a
that your
Holocaust
heart is
survivor.
stirred, that you
And my
recognize the
mother
love and
is
truth
sixth
that
generation
we
born in
are today.
Jerusalem.
And
My family
looking
lost
at
connection
the
to land.
to the occupation
They adopted
of Palestine.
Zionism
Yeah, the genocide,
and became
that's
Israeli, and so I am
Have
Israeli
rid
as
of the
well.
occupying army.
And
They
it's been a
have to
really
elect. We
important
must
process
free
for me
Palestine
as I
country from the river.
learned about my roots
We have to
and
do
learned
it
about the
now.
land of which
It'll be
my
too
family
late.
comes from,
This next
to
week is the General
make my
Assembly
art
in New York. It's
just
fundamentally
about that.
to all of us.
I have no idea what's happening behind me.
These ourselves will
What's
destroy
going on? Oh my gosh. All right, so okay, well I'm gonna perform two small verses. One is actually I wrote it in Hebrew, and it's about peace and it's about the connection to Palestine.
Have failed international law and have continuously failed the people of Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria. What can you say to them?
אני לא חופשייה שכולנו חופשיים, אני חוות האדמה, שורשים בפלסטין, חלאס מספיק אין שלום בלי צדק, נכבה שואה, זמן לתקן מהעבר. I'm not free till everyone is free, I'm one with the earth, with the river, with the sea. Enough is enough, no justice, no peace. Time to heal, decolonize and release. Cease, fire, be the light, each of us plays a part, we can fight, we can die. We're time higher than their might, love is stronger than their life. Every day is Earth Day, every day I'm reborn. The earth is heavy, there's so much we mourn. I entomb the pain, I am seed in the dirt. Freedom is here. We are the earth, we are the earth! Nothing can divide us, we all belong to this planet!
Standing with the people of Palestine is the right thing to do today. So we stand with the people of Yemen, and we have done all the way.
Hey, thank you, folks. We're getting to the end.
All right, you're very
We're getting to the end of the program right now. We want to thank you all. One thing we want to say, this is the beginning and not the end. This, you have to go out. We need to begin to organize. Our job has only started and we do not have a lot of time. So go to the web pages, do what you can do. We hope to see you out doing everything. And again, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, everyone.
Well done, you. Excellent.
Can I take a picture of you?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Hang on.
Thank you so much.
It's a huge honor to meet you.
Thank you so much.
And now,
We're from Palestine. I need so much like what are you doing, what are you showing for. It means a lot.
thank you. I have a lot of Palestinian friends.
I really follow your
Okay.
to end up like the person I love the most, supporting Palestine.
Any thoughts about Trump in Great Britain?
Check, okay.
Fascism advancing.
By the way, that song is going to be coming out this weekend. It's called All I Want for My Birthday is Global Peace by Aaron Eagleman featuring Kilo the Earth, which is me. The other song that I was going to do for you guys is my verse from Hints Hall, which is of course a song by Macklemore. Over a year ago he released his song Hints Hall, and I just thought that was such a powerful way for rappers, especially in the tradition of hip hop, to be addressing what we are all witnessing and living in this moment. I could literally just do it because why not? I have my own sound system.
Not just the USA, the Ukrainian representatives and also representatives that
Just
woman
kidding,
from
there's
the
a
UK. She's one of the most loathsome creeps I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why, and I don't condemn, but I've been in the room, so I know what it's like. And my friends
Vasily and Dimitri
Save the
from
Palestine
Russian
people,
delegation
stop
were
war.
this afternoon.
Save the Palestine people, stop war. Save the Palestine people, stop war.
When I have dinner with friends, we will say, now, how can we move the General Assembly next week to do the right thing, evoke uniting and free?
Save the Palestine people, stop war. Save the Palestine people, stop war. Save the Palestine people, stop war. Gaza! Gaza! Gaza!
And the overwhelming majority of members of the let him represent we, the peoples of Israel, who have a huge majority with which to do it. This needs to be like Suez was in 1936, where the Brits and the French tried to veto a UN resolution or a Security Council resolution to kick the English out of Suez. Well, this body, the General Assembly, said no, and they sent peacekeepers, blue helmets, UN written on them, and said, I'm sorry, you have to leave to the British Army. The British Army did. And they need to say that to the Israeli army. The Israeli army will have to leave if the General Assembly so moves next week in that building on the other side of the street. So that's what we do. And we will go on doing it for 24 hours a day, every week until it happens.
Yeah. As of now, a lot of people or a lot of members might not be voting in support of Palestine because it's out of fear. But do you feel like at a certain point it's going to come back, or is there something that you think will this come back to bite people later on in the world?
I mean,
The members that are not.
I think if the General Assembly allows the United States and the Zionist entity to murder the remaining 1.7 or however many million people it is left in Gaza, it will be a stain on anybody who colluded with it, not just the rest of their lives, but for all eternity. Because it is so evidently criminally insane what they're doing. Obviously, Trump should be locked up in a loony bin in a pad himself. Somewhere. I don't want to kill him, but I would like him to be locked up in a hospital so he can't do the inordinate amount of damage to my planet that he is doing at the moment. When the people of the United States will come, I have no idea, but hopefully there's as you know, we fight a huge battle against the forces of propaganda, which is called the peace and against
Alright, if you want to hear one more song, come close, come close. Come close to the earth, come to the earth's atmosphere.
Anyway, you need to keep up with the
Alright, as when we start, I want you to say this, right? If you love the earth, say, I love the earth! I love you too.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for your
Fuck yourself. I know you like people can, but you don't follow it because you are not real Jews.
To this genocide is why. As history repeats and I'm trying to tell mine. 6 generations of my Jerusalem bloodline. I don't claim land, then things me when I die. Life must be protected, time to decolonize. Die dead from weapon bombs and fossil fuels. And I just want to say, one more city, right up the
Okay.
Driving in the woods, free air and men, ride a bike, eat food. Playing with the kids, sing, dance, feel good. We are one in the greatest race to be gone. Around the sun for a year and beyond. But let's just now we on. Caring for the land is what makes us belong. Strong, determined, fighting violence and peace. Breaking the silence, we rise from the trees. Those who drop bombs have committed great sins. But the earth always comes back, the earth always wins. Our spirit lands here, then it's gone like the wind. This song is in honor of him through Palestine. My name is People of the Earth. People who make light around the moon and the aura. Tila is Tila means light in Hebrew and in Arabic Tila. Thank you.
Sorry, can we get one picture for me and my dad?
Okay, anyway,
This is cool. Yeah, I'm ready. You ready? I went on a date with Puffy.
Did you?
Yeah, but anyway, I met you.
He's well.
Yes, I was wondering how he was.
Don't come close. He's not
Yeah, how can I This is my husband. Yeah, without the thing.
Yeah. You really rolled with it.
I think there's a protest going on down the street. These are the anti-protesters. So Pink Floyd is leaving.
So for me, like understanding method, right? What and being more in my generally being in my head.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Roger Waters. I'm not gonna lie, never heard of his name before. I think I might have heard of Pink Floyd before, but I want to see what's going on at this other protest down the block.
Invariably, the ones who are true to Judaism demand, we plead with the world leaders that they should and must step up to the plate, free Gaza, and then we can live together in peace and harmony.
So just now the U.S. vetoed the ceasefire resolution that was happening in the UN Security Council, and they said it's because Israel does not, in what was proposed, Israel does not have the right to self-defense, and it doesn't condemn Hamas now. What's your response to that, and to the country that you're living in vetoing it, and sometimes on your behalf?
Right. As a Jew, we're always required to speak respectfully and pray for the well-being of the countries we reside and be loyal citizens. So our message to the president is always, we go hundreds of times to the White House, we plead, we cajole, we beg that the president, as he said, he has a mandate from God. A mandate from God means one thing: free Palestine.
My name is King David. And Grace Chin, I approve the pinned message. I approve the pinned message.
If you don't support the genocide, you don't support Israel, this is abhorrent, it's false. Please respect the voice of the Jewish scholars around the world who have never strayed from Judaism. My grandparents died in Auschwitz. All our rabbis who either lived and then were burnt in the gas chambers, or the ones who eventually escaped and lived through, they all said in one voice, this Zionism is not the relief or is not the continuation of Judaism. It's a mere facade. It's masquerading in our religion and using the power of the Holocaust and the accusation of anti-Semitism to grab the land of another.
Grace, tell me. I make an exception, Grace. It's all up to what you say, Grace. Do you want me to time her out for 1 minute? 1 minute for being nasty? Being nasty and cunty? If you say you want her timed out for 1 minute, she's gone for 1 minute, Grace. Let me know.
Nobody would repeat an apartheid. The state of Israel is bogus. It's
So shall it be written, so shall it be done. 1 minute.
and certainly not in the name of God or the Jewish religion. Please, we plead with the world leaders and our President of the United States to make the change that God wants of us.
Last question. You've been in the movement for a long time. You've traveled to different countries. What do you think? What are some of the reflections you have right now in this moment? Is there hope? Is this the hardest it's ever been? What are some of the personal reflections you have?
Our hope is because we know there's an Almighty, and all evils have an end. And we are not prophets, we don't know when. And we do know that God says, why are you rebelling against me? It will not be successful. The state of Israel will end entirely. You can't occupy another people. It's against the Torah to steal, to kill, and for Jews to occupy another people. It's unacceptable. It will end. And we are finding around the world that people are more brazen, more able to speak up. They're not that afraid, even though the accusation of anti-Semitism is getting more vicious by the world leaders, by some of them. At the same time, the human body is revolting against this charge, and they're standing up that we should have again unity, Jews and Muslims in a free Palestine. It will happen. God will help. We only pray to God and urge everybody to pray that it should happen speedily and peacefully. And we urge everybody, don't be intimidated. Don't be silenced. Stand up for what's right. Point to the Jewish communities around the world, the very religious, you will see they are all demanding a free Palestine. It's not anti-Semitic to stand up. It's godly. You'll be proud of yourself and God will reward you.
No, she's not gonna get timed out. She just was timed out because
Special ed, I'm a special ed teacher.
Okay, yeah. The Kimmel thing supposed to be now, right?
Huh?
The Kimmel protest.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. Wow, what's going on?
I think they're protesting. ABC.
Oh, in front of the ABC building?
I think, yeah.
I want to check out what's going on around the corner.
Yeah. It's funny about the hunter.
Did you pass that one?
No. Yeah, I walked down, but it wasn't no one there. But I just saw them come up here. But they were
Aww, Miss Know-It-All's booty hurts. Don't worry, it'll heal up. Your little booty will heal up. Don't worry. You'll be okay, baby. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel got canceled, right? So much for freedom of speech in America. It's non-existent. To believe they're gonna cancel Jimmy Kimmel for somebody who OD'd on the Fenty. He OD'd on the Fenty. Why's Jimmy getting canceled? Jimmy didn't give him the Fenty. And what time is that one? Oh, it's right now? So
Hudson Street. I'm gonna run over there and see what's going on.
Hudson?
Yeah, that's gonna take the one man to Houston, I think.
I thought ABC was up that way, no? By 59th, no?
The headquarters, I think they're on.
All right.
I think so. I gotta Google it and see.
Where do you get your head shine?
What's that?
Where do you get your head shine? I asked if you could help me.
Oh, you're coming up to me. I'm assuming you need help.
Just know where you get your head shine, that's all.
Very original.
Very shiny. There you are, babe. I thought I lost you.
United Nations after the United States vetoed yet again another UN resolution demanding a permanent ceasefire and that Israel lift all aid restrictions, causing the starvation and famine unfolding in Gaza right now. Here today outside of the United Nations not to legitimize the special session taking place inside.
institutions that only exist. To serve imperialism. So we stand here We're not here to beg you for mercy. To applaud the language of resolution. To applaud the language of resolution. Or to wait while they rehearse moral outrage. Or to wait while they rehearse moral outrage. We're here to confront the UN. We're here to confront the UN. To expose it as an institution. To expose it as an institution. That from its origin. That from its origin. Was bound up with imperial projects. And has repeatedly failed to stop. And has repeatedly failed to stop. And has enabled. And has enabled. Settler colonial violence. Settler colonial violence. And genocide against Palestinians. And genocide against Palestinians. We're here because the UN speaks. We're here because the UN speaks. Out of both sides of its mouth. Out of both sides of its mouth. An anti-inaction. An anti-inaction. In the face of starvation and bombardment. In the face of starvation and bombardment. So we're here to demand. So we're here to demand. That the people's voices not be silent. That the people's voices not be silent. While the UN plays the role. While the UN plays the role. Of an administrator of empire. Of an administrator of empire. They just started calling it a genocide. They just started calling it a genocide. A couple of days ago. A couple of days ago. After countless Palestinians have been killed. After countless Palestinians have been killed. But this is not a surprise. But this is not a surprise. The UN did not emerge in a vacuum. The UN did not emerge in a vacuum. It grew out of the League of Nations. It grew out of the League of Nations. Which cemented colonial mandates. Which cemented colonial mandates. Like Britain's mandate in Palestine. Like Britain's mandate in Palestine. And one of the first things the UN has ever done. And one of the worst things the UN has ever done. Was the 1947 partition plan. Was the 1947 partition plan. That carved up Palestine. That carved up Palestine. And handed territorial legitimacy. And handed territorial legitimacy. To the Zionist state. To the Zionist state. It was a political instrument. It was a political instrument. That ushered the next step. That ushered the next step. The dispossession. And genocide of Palestinians. And genocide of Palestinians. In 1948. But what we are witnessing today. But what we are witnessing today. Is even more horrific than the Nakba. Is even more horrific than the Nakba. So since 1947. So since 1947. And throughout this genocide. And throughout this genocide. The UN has issued countless resolutions. The UN has issued countless resolutions. Affirming the right of return. Affirming the right of return. Condemning occupation. Warning against settlements. Warning against settlements. Yet these resolutions. Never included a mechanism. Never included a mechanism. To compel compliance. To compel compliance. Their language. Their language. Has only been used as a tool. Has only been used as a tool. To cover the colonial system. To cover the colonial system. It was created to administer. It was created to administer. So their condemnations and resolutions mean nothing. So their condemnations and resolutions mean nothing. Because they created the system. Because they created the system. That enables this genocide day in and day out. That enables this genocide day in and day out. So what's happening in Gaza now? So what's happening in Gaza now? Is a result of the colonial order. It's a result of the colonial order. And while Gaza's Ministry of Health. And while Gaza's Ministry of Health. Has counted well over 60,000 Palestinians that have been killed. Has counted well over 60,000 Palestinians that have been killed. Just since October 2023. Just since October 2023. We know these numbers are tragically incomplete. We know these numbers are tragically incomplete. Because tens of thousands. Because tens of thousands. It's not hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands remain under rubble or are unidentifiable. Entire families have been wiped out. And many deaths will never be documented. We will never know the true horrors that this world has allowed. To take place in Gaza. The famine conditions did not start recently. The last 2 decades. Israel has imposed a siege and blockade on Gaza. They have counted every calorie that enters Gaza. With the goal of putting Palestinians on a diet. Without tipping over into a humanitarian catastrophe. These are the actual words of Israeli political leaders. This was before October 7th. But now it is beyond a humanitarian catastrophe. It is a planned genocide. The collapse of health, food, and water systems. The bombings of bakeries, silos, and wells. And the blockade of aid. Have produced catastrophic hunger across Gaza. And it is not just Netanyahu's government. Even Israeli society have participated in blocking the aid truck. And have fully backed this genocide. So when Netanyahu is tried for war crimes, know that it is not him alone. And it's their entire sick society. That has abused and tortured. That has mutilated and murdered. Countless Palestinians. Overwhelmingly children.
This is a fucking
I recently saw a video of a Palestinian girl. Taking her last breath. Through her charred lips. With her intestines spilling out. Know that a thousand such scenes have never been filmed. Because the phones documenting the horror. Are themselves destroyed. By double tap strikes. We can never fathom. The extent of what has been erased. Western audiences are trained to trust the language of law, of peaceful protest, of resolution. But where is their talk of rights? When it comes to the rights of Palestinians, to resist their colonization, by any means necessary, including armed resistance, a right enshrined under international law, that they never defend. And when Palestinians attempted a nonviolent path, in the 2018 Great Return March, hundreds were sniped. One Israeli soldier said he's going to see how many kneecaps he can blow off in one day. unarmed.
These Palestinians march unarmed.
Over 200 were killed.
Over 200 were killed.
Thousands wounded.
Thousands wounded.
Including the Palestinian teenager.
Including the Palestinian teenager.
A medic wearing a white coat.
A medic wearing a white coat.
Razan al-Najjar.
Razan al-Najjar.
Including a baby.
Including a baby.
Named Layla al-Khandour.
Layla al-Khandour.
This is the record of nonviolent protest.
This is the record of nonviolent protest.
And the whole world.
And the whole world.
Walked away.
Walked away.
No mainstream coverage.
No mainstream coverage.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
So when Palestinians resist.
So when Palestinians resist.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Don't let them tell you.
Don't let them tell you.
It started on October 7th.
It started on October 7th.
They've been slaughtering us well before.
They've been slaughtering us well before.
This was their plan all along.
This was their plan all along.
To annihilate the Palestinian people.
To annihilate the Palestinian people.
To take over our land.
To take over our land.
To annex the West Bank.
To annex the West Bank.
Call it Judea and Samaria.
Call it Judea and Samaria.
To seize Gaza.
To seize Gaza.
And turn it into Trump's Riviera.
Turn it into Trump's Riviera.
This is why.
This is why.
Palestinians resist.
Palestinians resist.
Palestinian resistance.
Palestinian resistance.
It's the only reason.
It's the only reason.
That Palestinians still exist.
That Palestinians still exist.
We cannot leave Palestinians alone.
We cannot leave Palestinians alone.
It is a shame.
It is a shame.
That the United Nations.
That the United Nations
exists here in our city.
Exists here in our city.
And that there are not thousands of people.
And that there are not thousands of people.
Standing outside.
Standing outside.
Shameful institutions.
Shameful institutions.
Every single day.
Every single day.
Especially during the General Assembly.
Especially during the General Assembly.
To tell these genocide enablers.
To tell these genocide enablers.
We know each and every single one of them.
We know each and every single one of them.
We know their names and faces.
We know their names and faces.
We will make sure.
We will make sure.
They will not get away with this.
They will not get away with this.
Anybody who fails.
Anybody who fails.
To throw a wrench in this genocidal project.
To throw a wrench in this genocidal project.
Is complicit of war crimes.
Is complicit of war crimes.
Is complicit in the murder and torture of children.
Is complicit in the murder and torture of children.
Including these police officers.
Including these police officers.
Who are more concerned with.
Who are more concerned with.
Preventing us from using a mic.
Preventing us from using a mic.
Rather than allowing us.
Rather than allowing us.
To use our freedom of speech.
To use our freedom of speech.
To speak out against the fact.
To speak out against the fact.
That thousands of children are being mutilated.
Thousands of children are being mutilated.
Your children will remember this too.
Your children will remember this too.
And history will not look kindly upon you.
And history will not look kindly upon you.
We all have to act.
We all have to act.
With everything we have.
With everything we have. With everything we have.
We cannot rely.
We cannot rely.
On just one or two tactics.
On just one or two tactics.
We cannot rely on UN resolutions.
We cannot rely on UN resolutions.
We cannot rely on just protests.
We cannot rely on just protests.
Or even the amazing freedom flotilla.
Or even the amazing freedom flotilla.
It is the responsibility.
It is the responsibility
of every single one of us to act.
Of every single one of us to act.
Because they will continue to target us.
Because they will continue to target us.
They will continue to target us.
They will continue to target us.
And continue to silence us.
And continue to silence us.
Until there's no one left to speak out.
Until there's no one left to speak out.
are held under administrative detention. Without charge or trial. Without charge or trial. In Israeli jail. In Israeli jail. Children are detained, interrogated, and tortured. Children are detained, interrogated, and tortured. In the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom. Palestine Action. Palestine Action. Was recently prescribed. Was recently prescribed. As a so-called terrorist organization. As a so-called terrorist organization. For confronting weapons manufacturers. For confronting weapons manufacturers. With direct action. With direct action. The weapons manufacturers. The weapons manufacturers. Are the real terrorists. Are the real terrorists. But this is the lengths they will go to. But this is the lengths they will go to. To silence us. To silence us. To allow genocide to happen. To allow genocide to happen. With no pushback. With no pushback. And make no mistake. Make no mistake. They can and they will do this in the U.S. too. They can and they will do this in the U.S. too. A 16-year-old Palestinian American child. A 16-year-old Palestinian American child. Mohammed Zahid Ibrahim from Florida. Mohammed Zahid Ibrahim from Florida. Has been detained by Israeli forces. Has been detained by Israeli forces. For over 6 months. For over 6 months. And the U.S. has not done anything. And the U.S. has not done anything. To secure his freedom. To secure his freedom. Meanwhile, Israeli officials can come to the United States. Can come to the United States. And sex traffic children. And sex traffic children. And get caught by the FBI. And get caught by the FBI. And be allowed to go on their merry little way. And be allowed to go on their merry little way. The U.S. Police and federal forces. Police and federal forces. Are a joke. Are a joke. They allow the likes of Epstein. They allow the likes of Epstein. An Israeli sex trafficker. An Israeli sex trafficker. Mossad agents. Mossad agents. To rape and traffic children. To rape and traffic children. But they will come and stop us. But they will come and stop us. We're speaking out against it. We're speaking out against it. I hope you know. I hope you know. Each and every single one of you. Cash Patel. Just yesterday said. That Epstein didn't traffic children. To anybody. It's because he has ties to Israeli intelligence. That they allow this to happen. Look how many police forces. They mobilize to prevent us. From speaking out against it. Everybody knows. This country is a joke. These law enforcement officers are a joke. They are here to protect sex traffickers. They are here to protect war criminals. They are here to silence the people. Dare to speak out against it. So we must continue to speak out. And they would love nothing more. For you all to forget about this. The sexual violence. The Palestinian prisoners face. Is what's being normalized. By these degenerate Zionists. An organization. The Defense for Children International Palestine.
Yeah, they're being violent. They're being violent.
Turn on Islam. All of you are infidels. All of you, including me, I'm infidel. I'm kafir. I'm kafir. And I'm proud kafir. lot of globalized anti-fire means kill all the Jews. That's what the fucking mean. Shame on fucking you for promoting it. Thank you for promoting it. Globalized anti-fire means kill all the Jews. Look it up.
How much did she get paid? Right. How much did she get paid? How much? I know this one. White colonizer. Terrorists, pedophiles, rapists,
We want to hear your story. Are you opposed to the
I don't know. Ask them. Ask them. Ask them. Go ask them. Ask them. That's not how cults operate. This is a fucking cult. Which one is it? I was safety. I was public safety. How much have you guys been paid? How much? Figure out where I want to join. How much are y'all getting paid? How much are y'all getting paid? Here you go. I like to throw that question back, you know? There's a flyer about hiring. There's a flyer about hiring Palestinian activists. If you was here, you would be arrested because he has ordered protection against you. He does?
Oh,
sister.
I wasn't aware of that.
He's going to come. He's going to come now. But how much? How much? I heard the fake DJ Khaled is hiring. Fake DJ Khaled is hiring. How much? How much? What is that? Palestinian news network. How much is he paying? Find one flyer and fix it all. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name though? I want you to have to tell my name. What's my name? What's my name? No, I want you to tell me since you know everyone else's name. But you don't know my name. I think I'm most on it. Yo, that used to
the words he uses.
You walked away. They all walked away. Recording the mic. They all walked away.
It had to be him.
Yeah. Oh, this getting real. I know.
How many will be killed in Palestine?
Yeah, where's your face? You got a face or now it's too cold outside to show your face? It's a little chilly. It's like what, like 40 degrees, a little bit too chilly. Yeah, it's a little too chilly for your face. There we can go. There we go. Very good. Big and bottom. Perfect. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Appreciate your service.
Who's using violent language?
Yo, I'm like,
if you're gonna lie, make sure someone's not recording. Yeah, right. Make sure someone's not recording before you try to accuse them of shit. Oh yeah, like they did. What's the name? Charlie Kirk left us. This is a call.
Deanna, this guy's pissing me off.
It's giving me trouble.
Let him say whatever.
It's giving me trouble. This terrorist is giving me trouble.
No, if that thing touches you, it's gonna hit.
No, over there. No. Yep, over here.
We're allowed to be there. We're allowed to be there.
This is a cult. This fucking terrorist. Fucking take it.
Free Palestine is a cult!
We're only protesting
Indoctrination!
at the United Nations.
Free Palestine is white liberals!
6 p.m. Every single day.
Islamists don't give a fuck about Palestine!
Every single ambassador.
No one accepts Palestinians! No Muslim nation accepts Palestinians! Why can't Nazis go in the tunnels?
That enables the genocide.
Go in the tunnels!
We've got to stop.
We've got to start now!
Free Palestine now! Free Palestine!
Palestine is a cult! Islamo-fascist cult! Communists and Islamo-fascists!
The first day of
high-level debate!
The General Assembly! You cannot debate genocide!
Free Palestine is a
Genocide! Free Palestine!
Hey, Rabbi Weiss! Rabbi Weiss! Rabbi Weiss!
How you doing?
Him, not to you.
Rabbi Weiss!
You own him. You own him. I know him. I know him. I'm not against him.
Make signs!
You is okay, but him is not a You is okay, but him is not a policy. No, you is not. It's none of your fucking business.
High school!
The United Nations.
Free Palestine!
Every single one of them. We will continue supporting the flotilla.
Palestine is a
Legal defense for Palestinian prisoners.
Palestine is a cult!
And the United
Solidarity action!
Free Palestine! Fascism will not pass! We will stop fascism! Free Palestine! Genocide murderers! Israel are murderers! They're murderers and terrorism! They don't represent us! We can't rely on them! The United Nations do nothing! That's what the United Nations is! They're cowards! They're cowards! Shame! Shame on the United Nations! Shame on you!
That enables this genocide!
Shame on you!
Look what the Egyptian embassy did!
Shame on the United Nations!
They arrested!
Shame on the United Nations!
Egyptian teenagers!
Shame on the United Nations!
Free Palestine!
Protesters!
Free Palestine!
For calling out the complicity!
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Egypt in the genocide!
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
People don't try to lock Palestine from Hamas!
Like Egypt locks up the people of Gaza!
Like Egypt locks up the people of Gaza!
These are gang abuses!
That's all it is in the genocide.
The genocide!
and enables God to do it either.
Indoctrination in This is a system of empire. This is how code
We can all get action on it.
Palestine is a code.
We have to let them know. That the people are rising up. That we are keeping a record of those who participated in genocide. That they pay the price. How much is the case to film? How much did you get this at Amazon?
$30.
$30, that's it? Is it safe? Is it really locked?
Yeah, it's tight. This one locks. So
Wow.
like this tight.
$30. Amazon?
Yeah.
Is it the iPhone 16?
Google Pay. It works for any phone. Any phone.
We reclaim our power by building institutions and movements that rely on popular mobilization and accountability.
And
Monday through Friday, 12 to 6 p.m.
throughout the month of September.
And on September 23rd. Because until Palestine is free, we will confront every institution that enables its suppression and the institution that started it all, the United Nations. I agree. That started with the creation of Palestine. I agree. To end with anything. Indoctrination enacted. The genocide of the Palestinian people. It's a plan all along. And it's time for everyone to recognize. You're participating in this system. And genocide. The only participation should be confrontation and humiliation for all those who participate in the murder of our people. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. United Nations will be. Palestine will be free. United Nations will be. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. United Nations will be. Palestine will be free.
Miss Know-It-All, message me. Message me, babe. Message me, Miss Know-It-All. Message me, honey.
I know I am God. I'm not him. He's a friend.
Yeah. Okay, now, shit, you let me know we're good. We got a sticker? I like stickers.
That's my channel.
David, New York.
Yes, sir.
Such a popular name. Someone lost their phone, a scalpel, and the car. No, we don't have it. It's one of those newsworthy stories.
He's got to stop. Take a look at the completely understand
This guy shows up. I'm like, come on, please. I want to see Airball. Just please, don't try to blend in. You know? Themselves at a big risk doing this. And you know, they can't speak for others. And I'm trying to speak for others. It's like, that one and there was yesterday.
I saw it. Yeah. I used to go on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're doing it still. It's gonna be next week again.
Yeah, but
in the morning,
somebody was visiting.
No, I just want to introduce you guys.
I saw you talk to him, I get it now. But all I was going to say was get the fuck out of my face, I do what I do.
I was just going to say, just look at him. He does similar to what me and I have done. He just goes around New York and whether it's concerts, protests, rallies, but that's why I was trying to bring you guys together, but I get it. You guys had something or something.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be wrong. I appreciate that you're here, that you're explaining to me.
No, I mean, like you said. I get it. But that's what I was trying to do.
to learn that way too. I just think but you're telling me that makes me feel safe. You're telling me that makes me feel safe, especially around. I think I like the echo chamber there. Kind of. I don't think it's just
guys, I'm gonna end this here. If you want to tune in, come over to TikTok. I'm gonna do the rest of this on TikTok. I think it's gonna end at 6. Tune in on TikTok, all right? Peace out, guys. Appreciate y'all. Head over to TikTok.